Hello again. This is Jotham Vega, the director, writer, cinematographer, editor, and producer of the film you're currently watching called Beyond the Frame. So we're beginning here with Beyond the Sea. No, I did not name it Beyond the Frame because of that song. I just thought about it later. The story behind this film was that I had done a class in the spring 2023 semester called New Media and Emerging Practices. And the thing was, I registered as a film class. The only thing is that we did anything but make any films. It was other stuff that I just didn't care about. I was so infuriated by how little I was able to make more stuff that I decided, you know what? For this final project, I'm going to just make any movie I want. I'm just going to make a live action film, and he's going to have to just accept it. And he did. And here's Caden Dillon playing Bongo Man. All I had to tell him was, hey, can you just play bongos for my film? And he's like, say no more, I'll do it. And that's how I got Caden to do it. Now, that green thing that he's holding, I've had people think that was a pill. That's actually just an M&M, and that's what it always was supposed to be, just a green M&M, because I said, thinking of the well-known old hoax that green M&Ms make you more promiscuous and with physical fervor, let's just say. Now, the shots of Rush Rees actually happened because of the fact that at this time, the solar eclipse went over Rochester, and I just was able to have time to film it from high above a very tall tower, and I just added it in because it looked really lovely. And now we have this hallucination scene, which is heavily inspired by Martin Scorsese's Bringing Out the Dead, which includes a scene, hallucination from drugs, that has the character listening to Japanese Sandman, which is currently playing. Although not like this. This is just me layering it constantly with, like, some that move very fast, others that move very slow, others that also move forwards and backwards. And we shot this reverse on a green wall in the WRUR-TV room because they just had that green wall. And here is my homage to North by Northwest. Lazily added it in. You're welcome. And I do really wonder if people were actually just watching us film this on Falver Stadium, because I was just running, chasing Joshua with the camera. And that edit where the plane starts flashing on the screen was just entirely by accident while I was editing, and it was just something I actually realized I really liked, so I just kept it in. We spent so much time on Joshua just hitting the wall because originally I just wanted him to turn around and just hit it face first, but he didn't do it like the way I wanted to. I even tried to do it myself and got hurt, and actually injured myself in the process of trying to show him what I wanted. And then instead we just compromised with him just running backwards and his back hitting the wall, because that looked a lot more believable when he actually started running. And right now you're listening to John Bryan's score for Punch Drunk Love, which I thought, you know what, I'm just going to add this in. And especially since we filmed this sometime after we wrapped filming on Where Have You Been, but I finished this before Where Have You Been, because it only took just a week to get everything done. And it took me until another month or two to finish Where Have You Been, which I'll talk more about when we get to that film. And so I decided to just reuse footage that I shot for Where Have You Been for this, to just add something more interesting. And the best compliment I ever got for this movie was the professor of that New Media and Emerging Practices class said, you know, I've never seen a movie make Rochester look romantic. And like, yeah, like it is a very boring ghost town, so if that's a great compliment, that's a great compliment for someone who's probably lived there a lot longer than I had when I attended the university. So I like that. Yeah, so we shot all this stuff in 3 days, and it only took me a day and a half to write this because it was just only, I'm just gonna cobble together some strange ideas and find a way to mix them together. And revisiting this film, I really do want to do something like this again, because I do realize how much I have been more tied down to stories that have lots of dialogue, that don't let me do too much because I have to film conversations, because I want to say more things. And frankly, I do just want to return to something that allows me to just show more visuals, go crazy for the sake of myself, to express more abstract thoughts I just have. And I am currently working on something right now to return to something like Beyond the Frame. Well, I guess that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the music. I hope you enjoyed the final shots, which is something I actually would later use in the end credits of Where Have You Been when I did that, which was just simply riding the Orange Line shuttle bus back home as the sun was setting and as the beautiful blues and the lights and the bokeh was passing by me. And now I'm just gonna shut up and let you watch this final footage that I got. Thanks for listening.